Alright. Call law, Yamah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. And the honest elders and apostles, G-Men, to do rule well and taught us his truth. And still pushing, ladder in peace and salutations and shalom unto the hopefully elect man. Let's get this real quick. Second Ezra's 15 and 49. It says, and I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower, and the heat shall arise that is sent over thee, man. So this is the plagues of the Lord before he comes back. I just want to get these things. It says New York City, New York City declares Harlem Legion Legionnaires disease outbreak. Over it says the hospital's cooling tower was harboring bacteria as 7 people, damn, 7 people died and 90 were hospitalized in 3 weeks. Now I wanted to show you this too. Get this real quick. I'll probably just go on my page and show you. Yeah, let me just go on my page and show you. I'm gonna show you this thing here. Now, you remember a couple years ago, they had this zombie deer disease. What was it? I know it says 2024, but it was older than that. It was about 2023, late 2022. But they had this zombie deer, chronic wasting disease, pretty much. It was dealing with deer that had rabies, supposedly had rabies in them. So you even catching contact with them or them being around you or you're around your crops, potentially, could get on you. And they had this in Australia, right? So apparently it had people going, and acting like zombies, pretty much. It messed with people's brain, it had people throwing up on themselves and pretty much dying. And this was going on. Supposedly, this was what was going on in Australia. Now it's done hit the United States. Now they're talking about Yellowstone Park and these different cases of deer, coming up, with warts, which is really that's due to the environment, the shit that they spray on the fucking ground, as well as just the environment. Period. The environment's sick right now. But anyways, so they had that going on. I wanted to show you that, just to show you this. Oops. Here it is. This is what we're looking at. Now it says it could possibly be contaminated with E. coli. It says the United. This was in. Keep in mind, this was in June. And I've been keeping up with this for a minute because I know for a fact that deer just don't. This is more so. This is targeted, man. Deer don't just. It doesn't just spread that fucking quick, man. From city to city, because how does a deer end up in this disease deer? So then all the way over in what's it, Minnesota, Wyoming, end up all the way up into, these disease cases end up in New York, man. That has to do with deer. This is the Lord sending pestilence on the earth, man. You know, but this it's at a rapid rate. Because people still want to play with the Lord. It says the United States Department of Agriculture's Food and Inspection Services. It says has issued a public health alert for organic ground beef products that may that that they report could be contaminated with E. coli. It says according to F I FISIS, a recall was not requested because the products are no longer available for purchase, man. However, food safety officials are concerned that some of the ground beef could still be consumers, man, refrigerators, or freezers, and say that it could not, so like that it should not be consumed, man. So pretty much, we know that. I mean, when you look at beef, you understand the difference between beef and deer. There's not really much of a deer is more lean. It's more of a lean beef, but at the end of the day, you can pretty much hide deer meat within beef or ground beef, man. If knowing them, we already know, most of the products we get here, I mean, they're running out of meat anyways. They got GMO products, pretty much all the food that you get, everything that they use to make the food, the products, the chips, so on and so forth. It's all GMO, man, predominantly for the most part. Not all of it, but for the most part, it is. You want to find something organic, you shit out of luck. Damn near here in America, man. See, it says beef products were shipped to distributors in Connecticut, Georgia, Illinois, and Maryland. So all those areas, and I believe Illinois was one of the areas too that had the zombie deer look with the warts coming out of their face. Man, it was just so. Mm. It says there have been no confirmed reports of illnesses. However, health officials state E. coli is a potentially deadly bacteria that can cause dehydration, bloody diarrhea, abdominal cramps after exposure, man. And pretty much that's you the type of diseases that the Lord has coming. Because you gotta think, people they don't even eat healthy, man. So the immune system is already screwed. Our immune system is screwed. And they took that vaccine too, so that immune system to work out whatever, because that's what your body does. If you get harmful bacteria, your body naturally has a immune system that fix you up, pretty much. So pretty much what that's done, I believe that the food has weakened our immune system as well. The food that we eat here, me personally, it's weakened your immune system. So everything that you put in your body, it does have an effect. That's why, the Lord put the spirit on elders and apostles. That's, all the other brothers, to start taking care of your health, to start eating, the right foods more, actually, do a detox, do a cleanse, man. Seriously, because, you never know. You could have a parasite in you, you know, and those parasites really what manipulate you. When you think you're hungry, you're not really hungry. You got a parasite. When you detox off of them parasites, or when you go on a fast, you essentially kill those parasites. You starve them out. You make it hard for them to stay inside of you. You know, so that's another reason. Fasting, but it does help. But yeah, get some more articles, man. Some more articles, man. I did want to show that. Now, you do this real quick. It's just some of the plagues the Lord said He was gonna send, man. Yes, there's Taliban calls for a Delhi earthquake. Damn, we are Labor Day workers over. 3 hospitalized, including child after minivan dies through Pennsylvania. People are fucking crazy, man. People are fucking crazy, man. Update. Breaking news. Like, damn. You just look at these things, it's like it's back to back to back. Now we know people, you know, people die and people are born every day, man. This is at all times. I just want to see something real quick. Just interested. So more people are being born than people are going off the earth. Interesting. Hmm. I did want to get that before I close out because that's pretty much the gist of where we at, man. Let's do it right here. The gist of where we at, man. This is Iraq 48. It's Iraq 48. Let's start at verse 24. And I'm going to skip over and then we going to end it up. It says, and he saw by an excellent spirit what should come to pass at last. And he comforted them that mourn in Zion, man. He shewed what will come to pass forever and the secret things wherever they came, man. And see, that's the same. And this is just pretty much the Lord showing us all these things that are about to happen, these things that you're about to see. You know, pretty much the Lord already gave you an inside scoop. So you should have been preparing your mind, preparing your body, preparing your spirit to be rejoicing at the fall of our enemies, man. You know, preparing your mind to see the Lord, man. See the type of shit that you about to see, man. It's not regular, man. You know, you're not a part of nothing regular. You about to see some horrific shit, man. You know, so call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, man. You know that he seen me, you fit enough to bring you into this truth, man. Secondary is 16, and well, yep, 16 and 62. It says, yeah, and yeah, and the Spirit of the Almighty God, which made all things in search of all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what you think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sin, man. Therefore the Lord hath exactly searched out all your works, and he will put all you to shame, man. How's he gonna do that, man? He's he's pulling up the skirt of Babylon. He's pretty much all enemies that is coming that has came against his truth, scoffing, mocking, you know, new scoffers, mockers, coming up and coming scoffers and mockers in training, all of them, man. The second age is 15 and 37, man. Because we really not even in the beginning. We in the beginning, yeah, of sorrows, but everything is gonna happen simultaneously. I believe as well. I don't believe we got years upon years. You know, like I said, it's just too much going on, too much, under the happening under the pipe. But at the end of the day, it's on the Lord's time and not ours. He did say when you see these signs, that he's right at the door. But anyway, it says Second Ezra 15 and 37. It says, and there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. It says, and then shall there come great storms from the south and from the north and from another part of the west, man. It says, a strong wind shall arise from the east and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the stars stirred to cause fear towards the east, and the west wind shall be destroyed, man. So pretty much is the same thing as the cloud which he raised up was be his chariot, man. But it's gonna be more than just chariots on this earth, man. A lot of things gonna be going down the pipe, man. You got Terminator, robot soldiers. You got MK, what they call them, during it, because they had it during this eugenics program. You got super soldiers, literally, where you're walking around super soldiers. You don't even know it. You know, you got enhanced animals. You got agents probably walking around in your life. They got technology that you don't even know about. They can deconstruct the whole crime scene, man, by capturing voice, by using a device that captures voice or that captures the vibration of a voice that was left behind. And that pretty much that AI, the AI on that device can deconstruct the whole crime scene, man. So you tell me if you don't think this man is a damn devil, man. You can't get away with nothing. But at the end of the day, this man has been set up to bring in, his sword, man. It says flying swords. But I mean that right there, man. That's the point, man. That zombie deer, I'll look into that more. You know, the, just for how significant that is to people's health, man. 'Cause it's definitely not something you want to play around with. Watch what you eat, man. Watch your food. Pray over your food, because it does say they shall eat poison and live, but still pray over your food. Call Allah, Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. And double honors to the elders and apostles who taught us this truth, and do rule well, and peace, and blessings, and barakatham, shalom unto the hopeful elect.